Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from across the world. My name is Omenoko Emeka Moses of the Omenoko Lifestyle channel. I want to welcome you to my channel today. Today is 15th of March 2025. Remember, on the 1st of January, I embarked on, let me give you a brief. Okay, on the 1st of January, I embarked on an experiment to know if beans will produce during dry season when farmed. Normally, beans takes about 75 days, anything from 70 days to 80 days. Beans will grow, produce flowers, produce pods, and be ready for harvest. So I wanted to know if we can actually farm beans in the dry season. You know, in dry season, rain does not fall. So if I was going to bank basically by wetting the beans from my borehole in the house here. So I planted in a small portion of land in my compound here, just behind my main house. I have a little garden there. So along the line, I discovered that the beans wasn't doing so fine because there was so much shade, and beans actually requires sunlight, good sunlight. So it was doing very bad. Then I had one of my subscribers and followers that decided to embark on the same experiment. His name is Awal Hussein. I've tagged him on some of my videos. I could still tag him here. He started doing the same experiment. But on his own experiment, he didn't plant on ground as I planted. He planted in sack bags, cement sack bags. And his was doing very well, you know. My beans was doing really, really bad. But Awal now pointed it out to me that it's probably because where I planted there is there is so much shade there. Sunlight does not really get to the beans. You know, I tried several things. I thought it was the chemicals I was using. I thought it was first not enough water. Then I thought it was too much water. Then I thought maybe it needed insecticide, which I sprayed and all that. I even went at some point to get what they call it. I went to get NPK, when I know it's not really necessary to put NPK, especially nitrogen, to your beans farm, because beans actually knows how to trap nitrogen from the atmosphere into the ground. So there was no need for that NPK fertilizer I applied. But I was just trying everything desperately to make the beans survive, until Awal Hussein pointed out to me, that's Awal Majesty or Majesty Awal, something like that. That's his name. That's his handle. He's actually carrying out the same experiment. He planted in sack bags, and his was doing great. So at my day 37 of the experiment, I decided I was going to pause that experiment. I said I was going to plant in sack bags also, because I'd actually even introduced new seeds there, but one or two other things keeps attacking the beans plant. So I was really frustrated. Today is 15th, which is actually, I was thinking 15th from my initial calculation. If you started watching these videos, I calculated 30 days, so hoping that the 15th of March will be the 75th day. But I think it's because February ended in 28th, so I think it's actually the 74th day. Anyways, whatever the case may be, if that beans had gone on to produce, today would have been our day of harvest. Would have been harvesting beans today or anytime around this period. We will go back there to go and check what the beans looks like as it stands today, 15th of March. But before we do that, let us see what we have. So we paused that experiment. I was posting every day, day 1, day 2, day 3. So I had to pause that experiment. So I had a call there that interrupted my message. So I was posting every day from January 1st till my day 37, which was sometime around February 6th. I had to stop. So, and I said I was going to activate this experiment again from day 38, because I stopped at day 37 when I wanted this one to get to day 37. So eventually today is the day 37. I planted this on the 6th of February 2025 in these sack bags. I decided to move my experiment from the ground there, just behind there, to sack bags. So we'll continue the experiment from today, although we've had like 3 rains. It's just mild rain. It's in fact, I'll call it drizzle. It's actually not full rain, it's drizzle. It has not really rained. So we're typically still in the dry season, and this is day 37 of these ones are planted in the sack bag, going after Owl's model. So let me see. I want to show you what it looks like today on the day 37. You can see, in fact, Owl was right. Beans need space. It needs air, enough air and enough sunlight. It doesn't need shade. You can't plant beans in the shade. It's not going to do well. It's going to produce some of those black spot stuffs or insect or whatever fungal infection that affects it. So that's what I've learned. In fact, I first of all planted on the ground, but I had to move it up to this elevation because I discovered the cats that were messing up my beans at some point there were still tampering with the beans while on the ground. So God so willing, I had this elevated platform somewhere in my other house. So I just brought it over here, put some wood, some planks on it, then put the beans on it. So today is day 37. Let us see what it looks like today. Let me flip the camera. I'm so excited. Day 37 of these beans. So from tomorrow 38, I'll be making a video now every day, continuing the beans farming process. If the rain gets to fall, well, Owl's own has gone quite far. I think he's in his day 50 something or 60 something or so, and it has produced beans pod and flowers. I'm so excited for him. His experiment is going on very fine. So for those of us that are always thinking, let us just plant only, well, I'm not drawing to conclusion because that's his own experiment, but from what I've seen, you can go ahead and plant in dry season. Just wet, give it enough water and allow enough sunlight to hit it, so you do well. So anyways, let me flip the camera so we can see what my beans looks like on the day 37, the new set, the newly activated experiment I'm doing in the sack bags. So I'm going to flip the camera now. I'll also use the opportunity to weed because I can see some grass growing in the sack bag. Thank you. If you're coming to my channel for the first time, please like, share, drop a comment, subscribe. Now Ella, I saw your questions. I want to do a video to read. That's why I've not responded on it. I'm going to do a video response to your questions. You asked, have I planted Bambara seeds? And what was the other question? You asked me one other question. Let me see if I can find that. Ella asked me some questions. Okay, the other question is, how many mudu of beans? Ella asked, how many mudu of beans can I plant in 1 hectare of land? So I'm going to do a video response to this question, just as I did to the other question you asked about the yams. How many yam seedlings can you plant on a hectare? I'm going to do that for beans also. That's why I've not responded. I've been very busy with some other things, but I'll come back to that question and answer it. Thank you very much. So this is the beans on day 37 in the sack bags. You can see how fresh it's looking. By this time, the other ones I planted had so much those infestations, those black stuffs. This one, I'm sure, was one of the ones the cats killed, destroyed while it was still on the ground. So I don't have beans in that sack, but you can see how beautiful the beans plants are looking. Look at the stem, looking thick and beautiful. Day 37, looking so healthy. The other one wasn't looking this healthy. Day 37, looking so good. This one, I don't think they've been pouring water enough in this one. No infestation, nothing. Day 37. So from tomorrow, which is day 38, we'll start our video again every day. I'll be posting daily. So this experiment, the other one was supposed to end today, day 75. So we've closed that chapter. and I think this one that is just coming out, I think I planted about 2 weeks after I did the first one. I planted these ones. Look at how good it's looking. Look at how good the beans is looking compared to the other one. So I'm going to place the video side by side. This day 37 of this one and day 37 of the other one. Look at how fresh and lively and rich these beans is looking compared to the one I planted under shade. That time, anytime I go to the garden to go and look at it, I'll just keep shouting, God have mercy on me. I thought I'd done something spiritually to warrant the beans not to grow well. And I was asking myself a lot of questions. But as it is today, we have these beans doing good. Day 37 of this sow, following by the experiment. We have 38 days more to go for this to be ready. We have 38 more days to go on this experiment. Hello, Chief. Welcome. Good day. We have 38 more days to go. 38 days will bring it to day 75. And after that, we can know. So anytime from now, we should be expecting beans pods, which will eventually lead to pollination from insects and subsequently, flowers. We expect flowers anytime from now. Then after the flowers, we're gonna have beans pods after pollinations have happened by insects. I was afraid, but our own experiment was doing fine. So because it has already produced flowers, so I want to believe this will as well. I was quite bothered it wouldn't produce flowers because we're not in the rainy season properly, but since ours have given us something to look up to, we already know that's going to happen. So this is it. Beans looking fresh and green. So I'm going to flip the camera back right here. So we're going to pause for now, then tomorrow we'll continue everyday posting based off of the fact that now we've terminated the other experiment. But let's just go see what state that looks like. This is going to be the last day I'll post on the first set of beans I planted in January 1st. I won't post about that one anymore because I believe that would have been utterly destroyed. The last time I checked it, it wasn't looking good at all. The best performing beans amongst them had fallen to have given up the ghost. So let's go check it out. Then we'll come back tomorrow for day 38 of our beans farming experiment in dry season. We'll come back for day 38. So we are here. Basi Bear. Okay. Okay, I'm surprised one is still standing, or two or three. Day 75 and nothing. Let me flip the camera. So this is it. These are part of the beans I planted. This is day 75 and nothing is happening. Every other one has gone. Even the tallest, this was the tallest, that's dried up. It's dead and gone. Just these two survived till day 75. By today, we're supposed to have been harvesting beans. This one, if it was in a good place, had a good environment, but it absolutely didn't. So I'm trying to see if I can see others. We've been eating this water leaf. So that will be all for now. The beans is not producing. The first set of beans we planted is not producing, it's not doing well. So that's that for that. We're going to focus on this now, day 37. Tomorrow we're going to have day 38 of the experiment. If you're joining our channel for the first time, kindly like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, ask your questions, and I'll make a video response to it. Thank you very much. Omenoka Lifestyle Basibe.